Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's J Marie, and y'all know we are recapping the Ultimatum Queer Love. You don't have to tell me. I know the season is already out. I'm behind. Literally, we recapping episode 2, but I can't possibly be the only one that's behind. So I am going to continue my recaps. I know some of y'all might already know what's going on, what happened, but if you want to follow along with me, follow along with me. Now, I know I be asking y'all questions, and if some of y'all have already skipped ahead, please save some of us the surprises and the twists and the turns, because I already know that they coming, so don't ruin it for us. But yeah, I only watched episode 2. I really been scrolling past everything because I want to make sure that my reactions and my recap are very authentic. Like, I don't want to know how things are going to end and then try to recap the episodes. It don't work for me like that. So let's get into episode 2. And I'm not going to lie, I watched that episode about 2 weeks ago. What y'all gonna learn about me, I'm always taking notes. Whether I'm writing them down or it's in my phone, I have notes, because my first reactions or my first thoughts, I'll be watching TV like, what the hell is going on? I'm gonna make this simple, easy. This video is gonna be quick, simply because I watched this episode a couple weeks ago, and I'm just gonna go through my thoughts. If I remember like certain parts that I wanna elaborate on, I will, but let's get into this recap of episode 2. This episode is titled Love Triangles, and let's just get into it. So first I said, Dana convinced Magan to stay. That was the last question of the last recap. Is Magan gonna stay? She stayed. I don't know how I feel about it, but it is what it is. I feel like Dana is definitely really feeling this experience, but that's that. And I said I feel bad for Magan because, like I said on a recap, she's not really feeling it, but Dana is. I still understand where she's coming from. I understand that I am not going to waste my time on something that you're not going to express to your family, or however Dana may feel. I don't know. And then, as I said, as long as AJ sticks with the woman who doesn't want to be married, Bridget or Marita, I really don't see a problem. Like I said before, it just is strange to me that you guys are issued an ultimatum and then y'all come here and y'all be like, oh, I want to be married, even though you have to pick somebody to do this trial marriage with. AJ needs to stick with Bridget or Marita. That's just where she needs to stay. Now, AJ, she a sweet talker. I told y'all that she is a sweet talker, and I'm not going to lie. I feel like the things that she says, like, yeah, she a sweet talker, but she's also very positive and uplifting. So if you're a woman who can't see past sweet talking, and you think every little compliment or every uplifting thing that she says is like her flirting, or not flirting, but you really make it seem like you got some feelings for her, that's on you. She's a sweet talker, and she gives great compliments. Now let's get to Pilar. Excuse me. I said that I really feel like Pilar is going to break Haley's heart. She hid their relationship for 8 years. So, like I said, they are each other's first girlfriends. They've been together for 10 years. I just think coming into this house, Pilar is about to get outside. I think that Bridget is more of a fit for Pilar, simply because she doesn't want to be married, and that just goes into me feeling like, if you came here and you don't want to be married, stick with somebody who doesn't want to be married. That's my opinion. That's how I feel about it. Let's see what else I put. I put that Mel and Brittany are cute. Mel opening up about her chronic illness. It makes a lot more sense about why she doesn't want to get married, but sis, that's more the reason why you kind of not need to get married, but you need somebody there to protect you and to help you, to speak up for you, depending on what condition that you're in. So I get what she's saying. I'm happy that she's opening up more about why she doesn't want to get married. But hey, somebody will love you through sickness and health, till death do y'all part. She's talking about that's what scares her. All right, Mel. Let's see what else I got. And I just said these women have me so emotional right now. I don't know why they have me so emotional. Maybe when they were connecting a little bit more. I don't know why I was emotional. Can't really remember, but like I said, I watched this a couple weeks ago, and we just gonna keep it rolling. I put that Mel and Dana have a sexual connection, but I'm not sure about her choosing her for the trial marriage. I'd rather her try with Brittany, and this is Mel. I'd rather her try with Brittany because it'll take her back to Marie. And my thing with the ultimatum, I feel like, yes, some of these people, they don't want to get married. They come onto this show and they have to pick somebody for a trial marriage. But I think the point of the show is to be like, your partner really want to marry you. You not on that. So how do you feel seeing them with somebody else? And you would think that that would shake them up. And if it don't shake them up, I don't think that's the person that you're meant to marry. So that's how I feel about the whole ultimatum experience. I still think it's a mind fuck. I still think that it hurts people's feelings in a way. But I just think that Brittany could help Mel be ready for Marie if that's what Mel wants. Now, what's next? I said, fuck is wrong with Dana trying to check Mel? That was strange. I feel like it's just sexual tension there. Like it give like when you in your early 20s or just high school, and she was just talking about trust issues and she feel like she playing games. Like they not here to play a game. It's a game, and she need to figure out who she likes. She need to meet other people. Like, did y'all behind the scenes say we gonna get married? Cause I don't know where Dana's energy is coming from. Let's see. And again, you talking about you playing games, but you have Magan stand here to play this game. So I feel like Dana is trying to play both sides in a way. Can't really tell. Again, when I first watched this, my emotions, like how I felt about all of it was just like, what the fuck, girl? Are you serious right now? Don't be one of them bitches, because she's being one of them bitches. Let's see what's next. I said Dana is crazy. If they fuck, she'll make it worse. So I know I said last episode that Mel and Dana have a connection. It's definitely sexual. It's very strong sexual tensions. Let them fuck it out and they'll be fine once they get that over. Again, don't ruin anything in the comments. I can't assume certain things that are going to happen, but don't ruin things in the comments, okay? So then I said, Magan not dumb though. She just needs to know Dana. Dana own it just as much as Mel. So this is when, let me get my thoughts together. When Magan is feeling like, oh, Mel trying to hit on all the girls, da-da-da-da-da. But then here go AJ chiming in like, AJ, you and Mel playing the same game. What are you talking about? But again, it's working. It's working. Not Mel, but Magan, I can't even say it's working because Magan is not that she doesn't want to be with this girl. It's about culture. So, I feel like I'm rambling a little bit. But again, this is because I watched it so long ago. So, the emotions and the attachment that I had kind of dwindled away. But let's keep this going. I'm almost done. I told y'all this episode gonna be quick. What I put, Ashley is being super standoffish. I feel like production doesn't even show her a lot, which is why I don't know as much about Marita and Ashley's relationship as I should, because Ashley just seems very standoffish. Like, I get you don't want to do this, girl, but you need to play the game. You brought her here. Play the game. Did you bring her here thinking that she wasn't going to play the game? Like I said, Marita is ready. Marita ain't got time. She came here to have a good time. So I said she's really not offering anything. And when I say that, it's just for TV. You're not offering anything entertainment-wise. You're not playing a game. You brought this woman here, and now you just have this weird energy. So this is when I said, how can AJ be talking about Mel when they playing the same game? Girl, sit down. Come on, AJ, don't do that. But let's get to Bridget trying to call AJ out when it was time for them to choose the trial marriages, because I have said continuously that AJ is definitely playing a game. She's trying to figure out who she's going to do this trial marriage with. So for Bridget to sit there and try to call AJ out, I kind of thought that was weird. That's a part of the game. But I am happy that Brittany stepped in, because like she said, this is who she is. This is her personality. Whether she's a flirt, a sweet talker, whatever the case may be, don't get your panties in a bunch thinking you was the only one. Because just like AJ making you feel good, and yes, she might be saying the same things, using the same tactics, don't act as if you're not trying to find somebody to marry, and you probably, not marry, do the trial marriage with, and you probably talking a good game too. Don't get mad because her sweet talking game is better than yours, Bridget. I think that was a little weird. And then, of course, we ended with Marita picking AJ, which we knew that. We knew she was going to pick her. And Marie picked AJ too. And I think that she's going to choose Marita. I think that it makes sense. Again, it makes sense simply because you and Marita both don't want to be married. And I don't know. AJ likes Marita because she thinks that she's fun. Don't really know what that means, especially coming from a black woman with a white woman. I try my hardest not to bring up race, but you know, sometimes people just be there to have a good time. That's what we saw in the straight ultimatum about, what was his name? I can't even remember his name, bro. But Sandy and RJ. I felt like they both ain't never been with a white person or a black person, and they just was fantasizing. But the question that we will leave this recap on is, do y'all think AJ is going to pick Marita or Marie? Let me know in the comments. Of course, if you already seen it, drop it in the comments. I don't care. You're not gonna ruin anything for me. I actually don't think that I even know from the clips and the snippets that I seen who AJ decided to do this trial marriage with, but my guess is on Marita. It makes sense. Why not? That's all I got for y'all. I told y'all that was gonna be quick simply because I got my notes. I just skimmed through them. If you watched that episode, y'all know it was a little tea, and I am going to go and watch episode 3 to see who the trial marriages are, what the trial marriages are going to look like, and of course, subscribe. If you don't subscribe, how are you gonna know when my recaps come out? Because I need y'all to know. I know the whole entire season is out, so I gotta speed up. Because I done seen some photos of after the decision was made, and I just know it's some tea. Like, that's why we're here, because queer love brings tea. So y'all know what to do. Subscribe, comment, like, share this with anybody that is behind like me and they need to catch up but they don't feel like sitting down watching it. I got y'all. I'm doing all the recaps, catching y'all up. Make sure y'all come back to recap the ultimatum Queer Love with me. It's J Marie. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.